Hello, happy Sunday. Something that I just remembered because I have not even checked into our group yet for today because I took a rest day and so I'm just out of my routine. And my kids begged me to go to like this town that's almost 2 hours away. It has Sam's Club, Target, um, all the things. So anyway, we've been gone all day long. So I haven't done it yet, but I wanted to remind all of you guys to fill out the Google form in the group with your points from last week if you are in my group so that we have everyone submitted and I can make a leaderboard tomorrow to share to see where everyone is at from last week. And I think I put this in the post where I shared the Google form, but points will reset um, or like numbers will reset. So your steps and however many supplements you logged and all that stuff starts fresh or started fresh actually as of today for this next week. In case you haven't anybody asking you about that, I have not gotten any messages about clarifying that at all. So I don't know if that's a matter of people just haven't even looked yet or if it was clear. So I'm hoping it was clear. I tried to be as clear as I could be in that. But I just thought like if there's someone who like knocks it out of the park, and Kristen, I'm thinking of you with her like having 20,000 steps in a day. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm nowhere near that. But I was just thinking like if there's someone who knocks it out of the park, the first week, are people going to be like, I can't catch up to that? Like I'm just not even going to try. So that's why I said like they're going to reset so that hopefully that will give everybody the motivation to keep pushing through. So that was the first thing. Second thing, with Body Lava, um, thank you, Erica. I'm so bad at some of these like minor, like fine details, but I know with Fit Wars, we did that and um like we kind of thought of those little things and I feel like it's important to kind of keep people going. So um yeah. And then with Body Lava, we are starting the official week 1 this week. So I am going to be super curious to see how it goes with um, actually doing the program. I know the pre-burn has been tough and hopefully my little message of motivation was helpful in our group chat. I just feel like it is truly something that none of us have ever done before. And I know that it can be discouraging to feel like you're going from a program where you're kind of rocking it, or you just completed a program and you felt good about it or whatever, to something that's totally different, totally you feel like a beginner and you're like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm spending more time watching the screen trying to figure out these moves than I am actually doing them because I felt that way. Sometimes I was just like, I don't even know what we're doing right now. I'm just going to try. And if I'm doing it wrong, at least I'm trying something. I feel like we'll get there. Like it's early on yet, but just hang in there. But also, on the same page, we don't have to do it. Like if you don't want anybody, your people, if they're like not feeling it, don't want to do it, there's a time where, or I feel like there's a line. Like I was telling one of my girls this who messaged me individually. She feels like this just really isn't for her. She's getting discouraged. She felt so good with the program she was doing before and she's just like in a bad headspace. And I said, "Okay, I feel like for me, I know that this is a challenge and I kind of like the challenge. I like to be able to say, like, look at what I've been able to do over 6 weeks. I didn't think I could do it. And I like to see the progression. I don't like to feel like I'm just doing the same thing I've been doing because I get bored with that. Um, but I get some of the moves are hard. So sometimes that can just be like discouraging. So I get that, but I said you kind of have to decide for you. Like if this is truly like putting you in a bad place and you're dreading your workouts and that's affecting how you show up and it's changing, like it's snowballing into this bad thing, then maybe this isn't for you, or at least it isn't for you right now. Maybe this just isn't the right time, and that's okay too. We have other programs. So that's my spiel. I just kind of wanted to throw that out there for you guys too, in case you have anybody in your inbox as well, just kind of unsure about lava. I toyed around with having a second like group start. I have 2 people with share carts, actually 3 people with share carts out, but they haven't pulled the trigger. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm just going to start them whenever they decide to pull the trigger, and get that going. So I did not even look at Success Club board updates. If you guys are on and you have points on the board, tell me so I can shout you out. Otherwise, I'll make a leaderboard tomorrow and share it in our team chat, because I think that that's so important. And that's one of the things that for a while I really missed in our Fearlessly Fit, like, coach family page, was the Success Club leaderboard. I feel like when I don't see my face up there, I'm like, I need to get my face up there. I don't like that. So I feel like I like that for our team too. And they're not doing the almost theirs anymore. So um I want to make sure I do that for our team. So that's something. And I talked to my dad a couple days ago now, and confirmed that he would watch my kids for me when we have like our team dinner. So I am aiming for Tuesday, and what date would that be? Um, I'll make a Facebook event, but Tuesday the 6th is what I am aiming for. Turns out my brother needs a lot of help setting up for the wedding. So I don't want to do anything Wednesday anyway. So yeah, I was aiming for Tuesday the 6th, in Bangor. If you guys, any of you who live in the Bangor area, have any dinner suggestions, I honestly haven't been to Maine for 2 years, so I don't really remember. I don't even know what's there anymore. So I am totally open to literally anything. If you have a favorite spot that would accommodate how many of there, how many people could there be? Let's see. From our like partner team that would go to dinner. Well, and I don't know how many of Hallie's girls or any of your partners on your team. So like I want the team dinner to be partners, but it could be anybody. They don't have to be a certain rank or anything. So I don't know how many people will actually come, but 10 people, 15 people would be awesome. So yeah, if anybody has any suggestions, that's what I'm aiming for. Maybe like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. I think maybe 6 p.m. so my kids aren't like super overtired for my dad. Maybe if that works for you guys. And then we can just kind of hang out, and not that I have to be home early or anything, but then that's not a super late night for anybody else, and we don't feel rushed or anything. So let's aim for 6. Like I said, I'll make a Facebook group event thing. And I'm excited. It's gonna be here so soon. Oh my gosh. And then, okay, so I got an update. I hesitate to even say this, but I hope that it will be somewhat motivating for those of you who were like, okay, the cruise, like, what do I got to do to potentially earn that spot and go with you on the cruise? I think I'm going to earn the cruise because there are enough people ahead of me that are not 2-star that if they're not already in 2-star qualifications, they will not earn an invite because you have to be a 2-star diamond lifetime. So there's enough people that I should earn an invite. So I want someone to come with me. I don't want to go by myself. So I really am hoping you guys are excited about earning that spot. And so what did I say even? I said hit Success Club in July, 1 entry, and hit the next milestone for yourself on the road to elite would be 5 entries. And I know that the road to elite is confusing for a lot of people. And so if you are like, okay, I want to like earn these qualifications, but I'm not really sure I understand what that means, just message me so we can talk about where you're at and what your next like milestone would be and what you need to do to get there. But basically, like, hitting Success Club 6 in July, that is going to help you get there. If you're not Emerald right now, that will help you get to Emerald if you sign up 3 people this month, or 2 plus 1 with Shakeology or whatever that extra point comes from, but that will help with rank. And you know, volume, it will help with that too. So yeah, let's talk about that. And I can also I think I have like a 2-page document that kind of goes over Road to Elite a little bit from Beachbody that I can share in our team chat. But I know sometimes it's just hard when you're trying to picture what yours looks like. And you all know you can look at your own Road to Elite if you are Emerald. If you're not Emerald yet, I don't believe you can see the report just because you wouldn't have like Road to Elite doesn't really start till you hit Emerald. So that's signing your first 2 people up. And if you've hit Emerald in the past, but you're not Emerald now, that's okay. You should still have it. But under reports, no, it's under, oh, what's the word? Let me just pull it up while I'm talking. So Road to Elite Success Club. And so in, I think this coming week, now that we are like really getting into Body Lava, I would still be inviting people to do this with you and talking about what you are loving about the fact that it's 20 minutes, that it's something you've never done, that it's something you can take anywhere with you, that it's quick and easy. And I don't know about you guys, but as challenging as it is, I feel like the workouts fly by. And you don't need any equipment. And there are different levels, like the modifier, the kind of mid-level, and the more advanced level. Okay, so if you're in your coach office and you go to incentive programs, and then you click on Road to Elite, and then you go to my Road to Elite qualification, and it will bring you to your Road to Elite qualification. And it was updating weekly. Yeah, it updated on 7/11 was the last update. And they just changed it so I can actually see all of you guys and where you're at on your Road to Elite. I've never been able to see that before. So that's really cool. But yeah, so for the first stop on the Road to Elite, it's called Business Starter. And it's hitting Emerald and holding it for 6 weeks. And you'll see if you've achieved it, you'll see a green check mark by whatever it is. You guys can see those green check marks right there. If you've achieved it, you'll see a green check mark. If you haven't achieved it, it will have a red X. Like you can see that one has a red X, maybe, hopefully. So under team leader, I need 30 leader points, and that's the only thing I haven't done to hit team leader. I have, how many leader points do I have? I don't even know. It's hard to look at this. They changed the way it looks, so it's confusing for me. I think I have, well, no, if I had 31, then I think I have 21. 21, so I need 9 more to hit that. But yeah, so it's Achieving Success Club 1 time. So there's your Success Club in July if you have not hit Business Starter. And it's having 1 leader point, and then a volume, which is the orders on your right leg and left leg, over 5 weeks. So it kind of is nice to see it for yourself so you can see where you're at, and then you can kind of understand it a little better for you and your business, and looking at like your downline and kind of figuring out where you are at. So there's that. But then kind of going back to what I was talking about with inviting. So what are you inviting to? I feel like that's the most important thing, because if you aren't inviting to something, it's really hard to send invites out. And then you kind of get in your head and you're like, I don't even know what I'm inviting to. Why send invites? So I feel like a good thing to invite to would be Body Lava, because they can start at any time. It does not have to be with us. It could be just in general a 20-minute workout program if you're not really feeling Body Lava, but you're loving the 20-minute in the summer when it's busy deal. Job 1, Transform 20. You could kind of gear something towards that. I really like to think about, okay, what is working for me right now? Like, what am I excited to talk about? And then that's what I want to invite to. And then the other thing too, is making sure that if you have people on your team, we all have someone who's joined us at some point on this journey, I think. And so if you have someone on your team who is consistent and they're showing up, and or there's someone on social media who you're like, they would be such an amazing partner, it's also reaching out and inviting to partnering too, because I will tell you guys, it is so much more fun to have people like you doing this with you than it is to feel like you're doing it kind of by yourself. Like working towards one big goal together, and just having people alongside you and working the business, not just your clients who are loving the workouts and, maybe loving the products too. And sometimes it takes time for them to kind of wrap their brains around it, but just kind of putting that little bug in their ear. And if you mention something to somebody and you're like, okay, they said they're like open to hearing more, but I don't know what to say or what to do. There are so many different things that we can do to kind of talk more about partnering. Don't freak out. Send the invites, see what they say, and then we will come up with something together. And I need to put in my schedule. It'll be last minute, obviously, because we're already 2 weeks into July, but a partnering webinar for sometime before I go to Maine, because I need to have one. I like to have one every month. And honestly, I should be doing two probably to like have that thing to invite to. It's the same thing as our Fit Club invites, like having something related to partnering to invite just gets me to talk about it more. Even if nobody shows up, I'm at least talking about it. And don't forget to talk about your paychecks. I realized my paycheck this week covered our rental car for Maine. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to talk about that, because that's like a tangible thing. And it doesn't have to be that big or, whatever, but everybody is hurting for money right now, you guys. Have seen so many posts about people who are just barely getting by, looking for second jobs, trying to figure out how they can cut back. So there is this opportunity, which I know is not the traditional way, but it's a way that they could earn like $50 extra, $100 extra for helping two people. Um, it's something. And I know that this income consistently over time for me has been huge. And I'm so thankful for it. And I never thought I would be doing this. And here I am. So don't rule it out, and don't rule it out for someone else, basically. Okay. Did I miss anything in the chat? Okay. Perfect. Yes. Erica just confirming. She told me at the beginning she was getting her daughter settled for bed. So she's just multitasking mama, and I love it. Okay, I'll do a boomerang and then let you guys go. Are you getting a better light? Oh, look how pretty. Okay. Perfect. All right. Thanks, girls. Have a great week, and I will see you next weekend. Bye.